I'll take my time with the mercenary, because he's probably got some good weapons on him.
In his pockets, you find 6 copper, 8 silver, and 12 gold. Lucky there.
Dang.
Holy crap.
You say 8 silver, 6 copper?
12 gold.
12 gold. Alright.
Yep. And then he's got that book that he's got. It just looks like some kind of novel. Otherwise, he's got like a nice little silver pocket watch, his coat and his pants, obviously, and his shirt.
I'll take the pocket watch, put it into my pocket.
All right.
Watch it go into my pocket.
Ha ha ha.
How many slots does it take up?
It's going to take up 0.5 slots, and it'll weigh 0.5 pounds. Looks like it's pretty nicely made. It's got his name engraved on it. The cake and the diamond? Okay. All right.
I look at the cover and I'm like, that's a good book.
Yeah.
Just like put it next to him.
It's not the Lusty Argonian, but
Lusty Argonian made. That's the best
that's
book.
gaming, yeah.
It's a classy book.
Oh my god. But yeah. Otherwise he's got things of inconsequential value.
Okay.
He just seems to be traveling. He doesn't seem
right.
to be very important at all.
This precious little halfling.
The precious little halfling. She's got, a purse with kind of a makeup kit kind of a thing. Let's see how much money she's got. Got 11 copper, 9 silver, and 5 gold. She has a flask with what smells like kind of mid-range whiskey in it.
I'll take a sip from the flask.
It's whiskey.
It's whiskey. I'll take another sip and then set it back.
Okay. On her hip, she's got a looks like a dagger that's been kind of passed down. It's got a bit of wear to it, but it is very finely made. It's got a couple gems in the hilt. And then it looks like next to her she's got this staff. It's well made, but it's just a staff.
I'll put the dagger on my side.
Okay.
Shove that into my belt. I guess that what was that? 0.25, I believe. Wait. Okay. Go on.
That's pretty much all she has, though.
Okay.
Person.
And slide past her
To the
to brigands.
mercenary.
Yep.
Okie dokie. With the money you find on him, he's got 5 copper, 9 silver, and 11 gold. He's got a pretty nice looking saber at his side. And, he's got leather armor on. And then in his pocket, you find this odd looking ring. It's got a very odd craftsmanship to it. It's some material you don't recognize. It feels like metal, has the weight of metal, but it's kind of a blue in color. And then on top of it, you see these 2 snakes that are kind of like circling around a ruby.
Well, I take that out, sort of look at it, chomping on my apple. Throw the core down and slip the ring on my finger and look at it.
Okay.
Oh, it matches me eyes. And I'll just like turn around and walk out looking at it and check the time on my new watch.
All right. Looks
As
like it needs to be wound, as it stopped at about noon, and you know that it's probably about 2 or 3 now.
Okay. So as I'm walking back, I'm gonna shake it and just start winding it as I walk back in.
Okay.
I sit back down.
I shared that information not so you could go loot the neighbors.
Sorry, when in Rome. I
You owe me for-
Saying
you owe me for
literally does not apply here.
When in
You owe me for that apple, Thor.
It's like, I throw him be like, oh, I cut the loot, and I'll throw you a gold piece.
Oh,
Like-
sweet.
Flick him a gold piece.
Nice.
I bite it.
It's gold.
Gold is my teeth. Smile again and
Hi, TL.
Hello.
Don't get naked. You're on camera.
I assumed as much.
That's the only time Teal gets naked.
Do you have a phone charger in here?
Cut the mic.
No, this is good. This is good shit. Keep the mic going.
This is good radio.
My phone here.
And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's the screaming I wish
I said, hey.
What's going on?
You wanted
Just
to know
adding
how to
some,
sing
music to your new show.
Oh, God.
it? You do need theme music, so I figured I would do my
Yeah.
best.
Oh, no,
Just-
we're
Just
We
a
don't
cover
see
of
content
me
ID.
and Ian
It's
and
our
Ian.
vernacular
Just
singing.
doing, hey, hey, hey.
If I had a He-Man costume, I'd wear it for you.
Hey, Taryn, buddy, you got any more of that sand I saw you sprinkle about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh. I must be mistaken. Is there still sand on the ground outside?
Yeah. It's not as prevalent as people have been walking around, but it's there.
Alright, Meta, what I know about, like, that...
Oh God,
What happened?
the train crashed.
The train
Sorry.
exploded. What I know about, like, the magical sands that they do, that they throw around.
Roll me a knowledge.
Well, didn't Hervé tell us about it when...
That was so long ago. I don't know.
I think
I
you
think-
did, but I'm
Yeah,
not
I thought
sure.
Hervé had said it, and then I saw what the guy was
Yeah, I
doing with it,
totally
so I kind of
forgot.
assumed that's how it worked.
Because my guy has a -2 knowledge, so he's pretty dumb. Like, I don't think he would deduce that by himself, but I think he could, like, put 2 and 2 together. But if you said... I just forgot if someone had said it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Whatever we decide was said.
I think it was said, so we're good.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Then I just sort of, like, take a step out and, like, pass my new ring by the sand to see if it glows.
For a moment, the sand glows.
Oh,
Ho ho ho, indeed.
got me a new fancy item.
I look at the dagger, the new dagger you have on your hip, and I'm like, you might want to put that away.
And I, like, do a little stretch and, like, put my shirt up over the dagger.
Not wise to flaunt the things you've just acquired.
Ouch.
When
When
the
is-
only people on the train are those you've acquired things from.
I just
They
roll my
won't-
eye.
They
just
won't
put,
be
like,
awake. They won't be awake for another, what? What'd you say, ma'am? 20 hours? 20 hours. 22?
Until we
22.
arrive in.
You guys
port.
hear a knock on your door.
Yes?
The door slides open. Weren't you two back in the rear car for a bit with the Arbiter?
Well, there's 4 of us here, so you're gonna have to be more specific.
He points to the 2 that were in the back car. You 2.
Yeah?
Where did
I
he
mean-
go?
Up by the kitchen.
Yeah, he went to get some apples.
I just put a pipe in my mouth and just kind of chew on it.
Apples, tasty apples. They're quite good. You should go check it out.
Okay. And he shuts the door and keeps walking.
Sucker.
Thorn! It's a lot easier if you could just tell the truth. You don't have to lie about everything.
Oh, but what's the fun in that?
It's a hell of a lot easier to get caught.
We have 28 hours. At least. Let's not get caught. Let's not get interrogated.
Oh, all right.
You hear another knock at the door.
Yes.
Slides open, you see the bartender. The two you have met invite you to their private car. They wish to have a word.
All four of us, or just two people?
As many of you that wish to come. They know you're all friends.
Well, okay, let's not put it that far yet.
Acquaintances, then.
Well, I accept. Are you leading the way?
Yes. If you don't mind.
Well, I'll gladly join your company if you'd have me.
Yes.
Huh.
Doop-de-doop-de-doo.
Once they've left, I just hang back long enough just to make sure my dagger slides easy in its sheath, and then follow them.
Okay. So, you four stop where she is. Okay. And she leads you into the next car, which is right
Oh man, teleportation.
there. And you see the dusty man sitting there, and as he notices you walk in, he gestures to sit on the couches around. And he stands up. So, seems to be a bit of a disagreement between the various pairs of you. Seemed to be a little bit of a conflict back there. We kind of want to address that.
Yeah, maybe one of us doesn't take too kindly to be fucking poisoned.
Well, we weren't sure if we could trust you or not. We weren't sure if we could trust anyone on this train, so we didn't want to take any chances. It wouldn't have killed you, just merely put you to sleep for a little while.
I don't rightly give a shit what it was going to do to me.
Understandable, understandable. Well, we invite you here to try to come to some sort of good terms, if possible. We don't wish you any harm. We simply want to get to our destination without being bothered by the people that wish to bother us.
Seems to me the easiest way to not be bothered is to stay here in your fancy car and not bother everyone else.
Well, that would be true, except for that arbiter. He's got quite the nose on him.
Yeah, but you took care of him in a matter of seconds.
Aye. But there's still quite a lot of those witch hunters that we did not take care of yet. There's a lot of them, only a couple of us. We're hoping that within a few hours' time they will be all asleep, and so they will not cause us any trouble on the rest of the journey. We simply ask that you stay out of the way for the meantime, so that you don't get caught up in any unfortunate incidents.
I can agree to those terms.
Aye, no harm, no foul.
Wonderful.
I nod my head.
And he pulls out this pipe. Looks like it was made quickly from some ash wood. Lights it up and takes a puff. So in the meantime, we do offer the use of this car. We made sure to have it so that we may be comfortable on our trip, and we hope that it may serve you. There's quite a bit finer food and drink available here, unpoisoned. Free for your consumption.
I will take the free upgrade.
Wonderful. Me and my acquaintance here are going to head to the back of the car and try to take care of the rest of our passengers. Please, enjoy. And they walk past to the rear.
What are your names?
You may call me Troy, and my associate here is David.
I'm going to,
Alright.
as they walk by, I'm going to make a sleight of hand check to, like, make it look like I'm hiding something. And I want to try to also make a perception to see if they see it.
Okay.
Because I want to know if I'm going to be sneaky enough when the time comes.
No problem.
So, sleight of hand. 3 successes. That's awesome. And then the perception. 5 successes.
Okie dokie.
So I'll be pretty good at noticing if they notice. Maybe not so good at being sneaky in the first place.
Okay. There's first roll, 7.
Shit.
Holy balls.
Second roll.
Holy fucking shit.
So they definitely noticed.
Yes. They notice. The guy, the dusty man, doesn't seem to care. Like, he notices. He makes eye contact with you. The guy with the mask doesn't seem to care. He seems completely oblivious. As they pass by, I do need all of you to make a health roll, though. As the smell of the man with the mask is incredible in how horrible it is.
So that's health plus 3. Okay, gotcha.
3 successes.
4 successes.
5.
My bout with the poison has left me stronger.
I've
Yes.
smelled worse.
5 successes.
Dang. All right. You all feel the nausea as he passes, but you're all able to hold it down.
What's it smell like? Does it smell like...
It smells like rotting flesh. Like,
a smell I know all too well.
yeah, like if you've smelled... Does anybody here know what the smell of strep throat is like?
Yeah, it's just filthy.
It's a pretty nasty smell. Take that and kind of compile it on with just like if you have a sandwich that's gone really bad. Just the smell of rot and flesh and just fucking nasty ass sick smell.
Mm.
Like a rotting fart sandwich and morning breath.
Like McDonald's.
Yeah. Technically, yes, with the morning breath, because the bacteria that causes that is the same bacteria that causes meat to rot.
Nice!
So yes, it is kind of a morning breath smell.
I had a fantastic prime rib for dinner tonight.
Perfect.
Speaking of meat.
It's going to taste a lot worse coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be awful tomorrow.
And so that's what it's like when they pass by, and you feel the nausea just... But you're all able to keep down the sick. And the woman kind of walks to the center and is like, so, is there anything I can start you gentlemen with, and lady?
Well, if it's not poisoned, I'll take a wine.
Wonderful. Any preference?
The last one was white, I'll take a red.
Wonderful. We have a nice one from the Alfar of Nero Inn, if you would like.
I would.
Wonderful.
That sounds fancy. I'll take one of those.
All right. For the rest of you? The
Uh,
other two?
I'll have some more of that whiskey.
Of course.
Do you have any
Well,
water?
not the same whiskey, but another whiskey.
Of course.
Like
Not the poisoned whiskey, I understand.
yes, not the poison one. I didn't want you to get confused.
Of course. And you, sir?
Do you have any water?
Non-sparkling, I assume.
Correct.
Yes, we do.
Excellent.
Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo. She goes, and a couple moments later, she comes back with a tray with all of your requested beverages.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Just let me know if you need anything else. I shall be at the bar.
Take one of those mangoes now.
Of course. She comes back with a small plate that has a good amount of peeled and sliced mango.
Sweet.
I pull out my flask and say, ma'am, you think you could top me off on this here? While you're at, not to be a bother.
While you're walking back and forth wantonly.
Yeah. I want to keep your nice slender figure.
Sure. She kind of winks at you. What would you like in your flask, sir?
Give me the... You know what? Whatever you deem fit. I'll leave it
Sparkling
up
water. He loves sparkling water.
to you. Yeah. What he said. Except fuck what he said.
Of course.
Well, that's not what I said at all.
She goes back, and it now has a very fine brandy in it. This brandy is all the way from Priest. It's quite the quality.
Oh. Well, thank you, milady.
You are welcome.
And I toss her a piece of silver for your troubles, darling.
Oh, thank you. She gives you another wink and walks back to the bar.
I turn over and it's like, oh, I kind of like that one.
Ian's face. Kitty. So, as you guys are enjoying the ride, I need a perception roll. Please.
Alright, so let me
This
check.
from everyone?
Correct.
Perception.
Do I percept this mango tastes like poison?
3 successes.
3 successes.
Nice.
3 successes.
So that's perception plus 3. Okay. I'm still getting used to this. Four successes.
Way to one-up us.
Sorry, Brad.
As you guys are enjoying your drink and mango, you hear it's a little faint, but it definitely sounds like somebody screaming in tremendous pain.
Can we tell what? Well, can I tell what side? Is it coming from the farther down?
It's coming
Like up
from the rear, where
Rear.
those two gentlemen had left.
That sounds unpleasant.
Oh, what you think that might be?
Let me put the dogs to bed real quick.
I often put my dogs to bed when people scream.
It's important.
That's how you know it's time.
Shit's getting real.
I suggest we stay out of it.
I agree.
How desperate does the scream sound?
These are sounds you have heard during the war. Sounds of somebody being tortured.
Is it a man or a woman?
A man.
A man.
I draw my broadsword and start walking towards the screams.
I go sit at the poker table.
Alright.
I am going to follow Elder. But I'm
If you
going
get killed,
to
I'm going to take all your stuff.
I'm going to keep a distance of about a train car.
Oh, come on, Taryn. Don't you want to see what all the fuss is about?
Not even in the slightest.
Okay, I'll bring you back a piece.
Please don't.
I'm gonna follow them.
I'm going to play with some cards.
Where the hell?
Alright.
Oh, I see.
Elder, if you're marching, I'm staying distant. But I'm behind you.
I appreciate it. Just like in the war.
Mm-hmm.
So you open this
Fucking people
door,
are crazy.
and through here you see the dusty man smoking his pipe, leaning against the kitchen. You see the man with the mask crouched over what you assume is the arbiter. The Arbiter's mask has been removed, and you see him kind of crumpled on the floor, screaming in pain, as the masked man is simply standing over him, looking at him.
There are two types of magic in this world.
The guy with the pipe turns to you. Tony, as he said his name was.
Thought it was
Good.
Troy.
Wasn't it Troy?
Troy.
the Valley.
Troy. Yes, Troy.
Fucking Troy.
Fuck you, Troy.
Troy and Tom.
I just kind of
Troy
set
and
like a
Dick.
non-lit pipe in my mouth.
Tom Exposition here.
Yes.
Hey,
Like,
guys.
shoot.
Good to see
Hey, would you like to buy a car? A train car? For 500 gold.
We got this whole train
Don't mind
available.
the people passed out in it.
It's barely
They're free.
used. All the people, easy to take off. No charge. No extra charge to remove all the unconscious people. Don't worry.
There are two types of magic in this world. Good. Bad.
There's two.
And ugly.
No, there's just two.
During the
types of it,
war, saw a lot of horrendous things. I saw some bad wizards and warlocks, sorcerers, apprentices, necromancers. They tore men by me limb from limb. Blood spewed on the ground, splashed all over me. And then I happened to see the child that was gifted with magic, that did no harm, and I saw arbiters like him on the floor torture that child, burn them, enslave them.
Aye.
Now, when I hear
Slowly
screaming,
takes a puff from his pipe.
when I hear screaming, I gotta go running. Well, hobbling in my old age, if you will.
You do well for your handicap.
I've lived with it for a little bit. Why are you torturing that man?
We are getting information in quite a similar way that they do, I suppose, you could say. We need to find out something about this town we're going to before we arrive.
With that, everybody's going to turn and return to the cart. The private
Walk it.
cart.
Thorin
Okay.
kind of walks in and is like, grabs an apple, two apples, starts munching on one, and nods to the guy's like, "Well, I'll leave you to your business." And like hands one, like holds one out for Elder as he passes, like offering him an apple.
It's a wise choice, boy.
I ask you two things.
I
One,
may have two answers.
could you please put a gag in his mouth when you torture him? Two, just make sure his death is relatively painless. I just turn and sheath my sword and start limping out.
He
I stop at
smiles and
I
nods.
stop at the doorway and I just kind of shake my head and just keep walking back to the car.
Okay. And after you get back, you hear the screams go muffled.
Maybe I could get some shut-eye.
So I guess we didn't want to get involved after all, huh?
Oh, it was nothing. Apple?
No, I got mango. I'm good.
Oh,
Just a-
right on.
Just a bad man torturing a worse one. That's all.
I mean, that's usually what screams like that mean. I imagine.
I mean, I wouldn't know the torture. But as I
Not.
wink.
Not as such, maybe.
Jamie and Tyron.
Let's kind of sit down on the couch. Just take a deep breath, close my eye.
So I gotta ask, young lady, how did you and that one come to be a thing and end up
My
here?
My eyes shoots open again.
Define a thing.
Well, how'd you two come together?
A soldier and a medic.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
must
it's
have
pretty
some
good.
wild stories. Since we
I
have all
don't
this
know.
time.
I don't know if I'd describe them as wild.
I understand. A woman must have her secrets.
Don't know if I'd call it a secret either. Scrambling patient to patients on the battlefield while projectiles fly overhead.
My, quite exhilarating, I'd say.
You're using a lot of words that I wouldn't use to describe it.
I was
You
never
get a
one
rush.
for words.
You get a rush from it.
I'm more of the I suppose, fighter type, as you might say. I like to cause the fights instead of pick up after them.
Like spilling some guts, do you?
I use my mitts, but if things get down and dirty, I'm not afraid to loose a little blood. You know,
Making
make the flowers
bones.
grow.
Man of the bludgeon, I can appreciate that.
Well,
I
somebody
got-
has to patch the people up.
Well-
I
After a few of these to the face, I hold up my hand with brass knuckles on it. It's hard to repair one of those. Let me tell you.
Well, I'm
And I slip it back off my hand and into my pocket and give a chuckle.
Sorry.
I didn't know Fat Albert was on his turn.
No, we said no comment.
I could stop somebody from dying, but I'm not one of the surgeons. I can't fix a face.